Hello and welcome to Tiny Bike Adventures Mexico. So I wanted to show you guys this ravine I found in the middle of some farmland just outside my city. It's mostly just some simple single track like a horse trail, but eventually I found a couple places to kind of challenge myself and have a bit of fun, so here it is. So the key to stuff like this is momentum, and I kind of picked a bad line and lost my momentum on that bump there. But I did make it eventually. The challenge with small bikes like this is the engine just isn't very powerful, and so you have to slip the clutch to get the power, but sometimes as soon as you get enough power to get the bike moving, it starts to kill the engine, so you kind of have to play between that line. So I took off my mirrors, let some air out of the rear tire for better traction, and tried to tackle the hill on the other side. Now this hill actually is way steeper than it looks here in the video. There's this pesky little root that I got stuck on there, you can see. I did get over it eventually though. Now the challenge here was trying to get momentum without killing the engine. It's tricky because I had to put my foot on the rear brake to keep from falling backwards, but I had to take it off and put it on the passenger peg to get weight over the back wheel to have traction. So it didn't work out too well. So I figured out the key was to just keep weight on the back wheel and not stop, because as soon as I stopped it was just downhill from there. Now some of you guys might be able to wheelie up this hill in 4th gear, but I've only been riding for about a year and this was a challenge for me. So this time I was able to get a bit more momentum and I picked a little better line, didn't get stuck on that bump, so it worked out a bit better. Now this shot shows a bit more accurately just how steep the hill really was. I can't go there. It just won't make it. Showing the... So, I'm going to turn around and come up this way. You can pause it now. Now, one of the biggest advantages of a small bike like this is that it's really light, so it's pretty easy to pick up. Now this hill wasn't too steep, but with no room to pick up speed and loose dirt, I had to do some careful clutch work to keep it going. We can do it! I find that the passenger pegs are pretty useful for getting weight on the back wheel for traction. Well, it's not the best dirt bike, but it works. So, that's fun. Okay, so Maggie got a little worried when the bike fell over. Now this is what I tell her. I know your first instinct is to come and try to help me, but first priority is always getting it on video. Anywho, here we are at the end of the trip, just roasting some hot dogs on our little alcohol stove. It's kind of windy, so the wind's blowing the fire all over the place, but still a good time, right, Maggie?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that's about it. There's Sparky over there. He's kind of tired after a long day, but he did well. So, goodbye. And pan. Thanks for watching. See you next time.